it's Danette again, interpretive artist for Summit Metro Parks with toilet paper tube challenge number 4. But please know that it's not just number 4, it is the final toilet paper tube challenge in this series. So my friends, I hope you had fun creating some amazing things over the last few weeks, but know that today the buck stops here. So I thought it only appropriate that our last challenge would be the male white-tailed deer, also known as the buck. So have fun creating the challenge this week. Make sure to post them using the hashtag @HomeInNature so that I can see them. Stay safe, my friends, and I hope to see you all soon. Materials needed for this week's project, the deer, are an X-Acto blade, something to draw with, 1 toilet paper tube, pair of scissors, some drawing paper, and the cardboard from something like a cereal box. We're going to begin our project the same way we have in the past by taking our thumbs and pressing them in on one end to form those peaks. Then following the point with our thumb, we're going to go to the opposite end of the toilet paper tube, folding them in the exact same way to form the peaks on the bottom. Now, as you can see, after we have that created, it already looks like the head. Now what we need to do next is take the back point from the bottom. Using our thumb, we're going to press that point inward. Now your toilet paper tube may fight you a little bit, but you're stronger than that cardboard, and I believe in you. I know you can do it. So once you do that, you will end up with this shape for our head. The next thing we need to address on our project are the antlers, because we are, after all, creating a male white-tailed deer or a buck. Now, antlers are very important to the deer. They help to establish territory between rival males. It helps to attract females, but antlers also have other benefits as well. Antlers are made from bone and are shed each year in January and February. So, why aren't the forests littered with antlers? Well, animals such as chipmunks, squirrels, and mice chew on the antlers because they're a great source of calcium and phosphorus and other minerals that are necessary for these animals. So bottom line, antlers are not only beneficial to the deer, but also to a large variety of wildlife. So now that we know a little bit more about antlers, let's make our 1 buck look like a million. Now I'm going to take the antlers out of this one so you can see the shape that we need to create. I have placed both antlers together as one shape. It makes it much easier to slide it in when we're finished. So taking the head that you've already created, I need you to lay it on top of that cardboard, that cereal box or cracker box or whatever it is that you have. Now without pressing down on the toilet paper tube, I need you simply to start at the point and draw a line down on each side. Using the lines that you've already drawn as a template, you're going to begin to build the antlers. Take the toilet paper tube head and place it back on the cardboard. This will give you a sense of scale so that you can see how large you want to make the antlers. A healthy deer has symmetrical antlers. That means if there's 1, 2, 3, 4 points on this side, there needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4 points on this side. Now the best advice that I can give you when you start to draw your antlers is to use a pencil and draw lightly. You're going to need an eraser because it's going to be tricky, so just take your time. Draw one side first, get it to look the way you want it to, and then try to replicate it on the other side. Now, in order to check yourself to make it as symmetrical as possible, draw some lines straight across to make sure that things are lining up, that all of the points line up with the point on the opposite side. We'll call these the valleys. Make sure the valleys line up with the valley on the opposite side. Draw a nice deep line inside. This will allow all of this to not show when you slide it back into the head. Take your time, draw it, and then cut it out and give it a dry fit. Once you have it all cut out, open up the back section of the head and place it in there, making sure that it slides in there the way that you'd like it. So the next thing we need to construct are the ears, and I'm going to take these out so that you can see that just like the antlers, both ears are on one piece of cardboard. It makes it easy to insert it if there's only one piece. So with that said, we need to cut slots in the side of our head so that those ears can slide through. I have taken a marker and I've drawn a line about 1 inch from the top and about 1 inch long on both sides. Then you're going to take your X-Acto blade and just slice through there to form the slot. If you don't have an X-Acto blade, you're going to take the scissors, cut a small notch, just big enough for the tip of your scissors to get in to continue cutting the slot. Once you have the slots cut, you're going to place your head on top of a scrap piece of cardboard, and you're going to take a marker and you're going to draw lines to indicate where those slots are on the head. This way, it'll give you an idea of how far apart to draw the ears. It also will give you an idea of how wide to draw the ears because you want them to slide in. So you cannot draw them any wider than that. The ears are a simple oval shape, pointed at the ends just like that, making sure that you don't draw them any larger than that slot. Then connect them just like that. Cut them out. Make sure that they fit. Give them a dry run. And that everything lines up the way you like it. Now on to my favorite part, the decorating. This one I have painted, and this one I have used colored pencils and a Sharpie marker. I've used a Sharpie marker to indicate fur with tiny dashes. Now it's important, if you're going to do this, to draw the dashed lines in the direction the fur would be growing on the deer. Another thing you want to be aware of are the identifying characteristics. White-tailed deer have white eye rings, white around their mush, and light-colored fur inside of their ears. So make sure you pay attention to those things as you're drawing. This one is a dark gray-brown. This is the type of fur a deer would have in the wintertime. This one is a more rusty-colored brown, and that is the fur that a deer would have during the summertime. Another thing to consider as you're decorating. So good luck on our final toilet paper tube challenge, the white-tailed deer. Take your time and have a wonderful day.